Generic greetings, and welcome back to Prison Architect once again. In the previous episode, we finished off cell block G. As you can see, it's got the shower, it's got all of these little cells, things like that. It's all completed and good, although we did have a bit of an issue with the water connections. It took ages to get in, and also no heating for a couple of days, but it didn't seem to adversely affect the prison or the people in there, so that is all good. We also had a huge issue with the, it was a bit of a compound issue. We had a problem with a lack of staff morale. So staff morale was very low. As you can see, it's now at 100%, which is good. And what happened was they weren't getting fed. And the reason they weren't getting fed is because of the food trays, or rather the lack of food trays in each of these areas. Now, that was a bug in the previous version, and I was really hoping that it wasn't a bug that has resurfaced, but it's not. What happened was because we had three eat times per day for, I think it was 5 days, or 4 or 5 days, something like that. Because we had the governor wanting us to reduce the meal quantity and variety to low, we thought we'd offset that by having another meal time. Because of that, and I didn't have enough chefs in place. To cook, they were okay, but they didn't have enough to do the legwork and the donkey work of basically just washing trays. You know, it's just hard manual labour of just scrubbing food off a plate for hours upon end. But, you know, someone has to do it, and it's a noble task. But either way, we didn't have enough people to do said taskings. And because of that, the stacks then built up and built up and built up, and then we couldn't then put the trays back on here because they were still dirty, which means that I'll get to that death later on. And because we didn't have the trays, then the staff couldn't eat, and then because they couldn't eat, their food need went up. As you can see, this one here, which is almost completely satisfied now. So this slowly went up to the point where it was critical for the majority of the staff, and because of that, we then had all of the guards on a need for a break, and as soon as they could go on a break, they will go on a break, which is why the guards' rating said 0 out of 67. And that's it. Yeah, pretty sure that's it. Right, where's this death happened? It is in here. That is Paul Swatton, 44. Snitch. Killed for £3.71. Or 3 generic units of currency. We don't know. And that guy looks like the guy that did it. I don't know if it is, but yeah, that... I'm profiling maybe. But yeah. He just looks like the type of person... Archie was actually this guy. Stephen Lacey, 2021930. There you go. 41 years. Multiple crimes, including murder and manslaughter, and also add another 20 years or whatever to your sentence for that there. Killed for being a snitch. We didn't spot that. We have checked a couple of times for this, but it just hasn't popped up. In terms of prisoners, I'll have a quick rundown. We have 61 high risk, 50 normal risk, and 12 low risk. What we're going to do is go to intake. We're going to turn off the max sec stuff and only receive medium and min sec because I want to fill these up with that. 20 grand anyway, so we're going to go to foundations, building brick, and we could clicky draggy and do all of this, or we could build the other side, but we're not. We're going to do this, which is going to be our workshop. So the workshop will require what will it require? It'll be a standard door on both sides, because we don't mind people wandering in the workshop. We are going to be having someone always patrolling in the workshop and a metal detector right at the front as well. So we'll crack on with that. We haven't done a shakedown for quite some time, so it is important that we do that as soon as possible. We'll wait until they're all in, and then we'll do that shakedown soon tonight. I mean, what will probably happen inevitably is we'll start the shakedown and it will never get complete or rated, but at least we tried. But the problem is, there's a tunnel there apparently. No, there's not. If it was going to be a tunnel, it would be straight along, and that's my worry actually. It's this... See, it's search toilet. So yeah, it's searching these things that is important. So overall, this expansion is working quite well. It's pretty much exactly as we've planned. Obviously, we do plan on having... Let's do a shakedown here. Do plan on having the death row here, which a lot of people are overjoyed with, but they want it now. They want the death row in now, and I can sort of agree with what they're saying, that actually we really do need to turn death row on sooner rather than later. So my plan is to get this done, and then this top row done, and then we'll build down this side. So the other workshop and the other cell block will get done later on. And we want to get the solitary and the death row and stuff up. In fact, death row we don't even have unlocked. As you can see, death row is there for 10 grand, and I'm not going to spend that because I do need to place it here. Right, so we'll go to a wall and we'll put that across there. We will go over to mailroom and we'll put the mailroom in here. And needs to have sorting desks and tables. So, sorting desks either side, tables, or table, probably in the centre. Or we could have that, like that. There you go. Although I don't know, I think you need more. I think you need more sorting desks than tables, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so we'll place that on. So we're still doing our shakedown. As you can see, it is not going overly well. We've got, yeah, not enough people to search. So far, we've found 1 baton, 1 club, 2 shanks, 2 knives, 3 forks, 1 needle, 6 medicine, bottles of, 2 pairs of scissors, 4 bottles of booze, 5 poison, 4 cigarettes, packets of, 3 saws, 11 cell phones, 2 lighters, 1 screwdriver, 3 drugs bottled, 3 pairs of shears, 4 hammers, don't know whether it's claw end, oh no, it is claw end, you can see it there, and 2 drills, varying manufacturing people as well. But that is quite worrying, that we are not even halfway and we're still searching. But there's nothing I can do about it, I'm just going to have to keep going. Full shakedown. It's going to pretty much break down the entire facility. Look at that, like I have 4 mobile phones, and there's Chris getting searched. Yeah, it looks like he's not had anything on him, but he's still a bit of a drug addict. Yeah, he's still on the gear. Still on the gear. Okay, so workshop is getting powered up now. I don't know whether we need I don't know if we need a radiator in the workshop, because it is quite a warm place when it's working. So I'm not entirely sure. We need a radiator, and we'd need one for quite some time. So I'm going to put a radiator in the in this area. So we'll have one there, and we'll have one there. The reason I'm putting it closer to the edge is because I honestly don't know whether or not this is going to reach from here. It's quite a long stretch. We should be about right, I think. But the only way to try is just to connect it up like so. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And then we'll have to deal with it. Same thing over in the classroom. We do want a radiator, so we'll put one in there. And then the laundry, I assume, is quite warm, but let's not assume. Let's actually check so we can see temperature. It is not. It is freezing cold, so we probably need to put that in as well. So over to the radiator, and then we'll have one in there, one in parole, and then one in the common room, and obviously we will connect this up. Now the majority of these should connect up no problem whatsoever, so like the one in the common room, that'll be fine, we know that'll be fine. The ones around here we really don't know, but we'll try our best and see what it does. So it should be that and that. And it looks like those are just not there. Hang on, because I haven't placed it far enough. What? What the what? Absolute fathead did that. Dismantle utility. You have to go to there, and then to there. It's just because it's offset, I always think it's slightly different places. That should connect up. That's connected up. These are connected up. And those will be done as well. So we should be alright there. We should be fine. Okay, so we're going to put a brick wall either side like so. Because this is going to be where we have our metal detector, and we will put that in first. There's another death, and that is Sam McKenzie, sentenced to 5 years for bribery, and also is a snitch, and also is dead now, because we're getting a lot of that just around here. Daily cash flow is quite low, and the reason it was artificially showing higher is because we were receiving more prisoners, like higher risk ones, so it sort of artificially inflates it somewhat. Anyway, let's go to materials, concrete tiles. Put concrete tiles right across like so, and then into each side. We do need to do the same here, which has got people mentioning that in the last episode's comments, so we might as well go ahead and completerate that. There we are. We do need to run this up and around as well, but that's a future me problem. So we did do our search. We didn't find any tunnels, which is most good. In terms of staff morale, it's on 99%. This is fine. So That's all good. We just need to double check the temperature. Temperature is more than acceptable. Although visitation is quite chilly, so we might as well go ahead and add a radiator in there. Reception is also a little bit on the cold side. So what we'll do is we'll add a radiator in reception, probably in just, well, that's that there, so one there and then one perhaps there should be fine. And obviously that's going to run along, and then down. Well, just run up like that. And that should be able to connect both of those. And then everywhere is warm, as far as I can tell. Yeah, pretty much. You can see the power generator here. It doesn't require anything like that because it's already warm. So, just double check deployment. Make sure stuff that's set stuff only in places where it needs to be. Yeah, that's all fine. Okay, so workshop. We do have it unlocked. I was about to say, hang on, do I have this unlocked? Yes, we do. So we're going to put a workshop in. We're going to just pause it a second and we will check our design on the side. So it is several tables going along this side. I think it's 3 either side like that. Yes, it is. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we are. And then we should have, if I just scroll in, I won't need to type that in. Just scroll in, clicky, and there we go. Workshop saw and workshop presses. We don't have carpenter's tables, and I don't think I'm going to add any carpenter tables in. Don't think we really need that. A lot of people have said you can put these right next to each other like that. I think you're right. I think you can do that. I'm, however, not going to do so because I like the space that this gives us. I want another 2 of these, but that would put us dangerously low on the old cash flow, so we're not going to do that. We do need to have a guard in there, so let's go to guard patrols. We're going to set up a guard patrol right down the centre here, and we'll just assign that like so. I could have I was going to say we could have an armed guard there, but we can't actually. I just don't think we have the capacity for it because we still haven't got any extra guard lockers, which is something I do need to add. But guard lockers are, they're not overly expensive, but they are 200 each. So we'll put another 4 in like so, and then we can't actually hire any guards in there, but at least we can try later on. So that's now all connected. We can just see that our power is it's going up. Yeah, the power requirement is going up, but we're still okay there. So we'll just have a bit of, do I want to assign someone there? I don't think we do. That's going to produce that. That's fine. So yeah, I think we're sorted. So we'll just go for prison labour. Assign everybody we can to that, as well to the mail room, because we haven't done that. And then we'll go over to reports into our programs, and we just need to double check in the carpentry apprenticeship none, foundation education program is 1, general education 1. We'll maybe not. I was gonna start the general education qualification, but there's only equal interested, and it costs 200 a session, so it'll be far, far, far too expensive for us. So we have the workshop up and running to a very, very, very small degree. We need the extra sniper towers here and 2 snipers to go in here. Ideally, anyway. Because we just haven't got that. But the problem is cash. We can sell a bit more shares, apparently, if we need to. But we have to have no recent deaths. I didn't think you could go under 50%. Maybe you can't. It says the sale requirements are there. Okay, we'll have a look at that in a moment. I know there's a lot of people not too keen on me selling this, selling my shares, but the fact is I don't plan on expanding any further than this. This will be as far as we go for this prison. Mainly because the canteen just can't cope anymore. It's just not big enough. And if we do expand to the left and right, it's a huge redesign for different things. I mean, we could just have it going straight out like that and change the way this goes, but no. The reason I was okay expanding up here is because we're adding new things. We're adding workshops, we're adding death row, we're adding solitary, everything else. We're going for almost a sort of completionist build here. But anything else would just be feature creep. It would just be more stuff. Sorry, not feature creep. It would just be like more of the same. More of the same. The only thing we haven't got is forestry. But, nah. Chopping trees down. Yeah, I just go, forestry done. So, yeah, not overly keen on that one. Anyway. Still this problem with cash. Can't sell shares. Yeah, I can buy shares, can't sell. You can't sell under 50% because then I guess you don't have the dollar. So, what I'll do, I'm going to go to intake and make sure we only receive high risk max sec because you get a nice bit of money doing it that way. Let's have a quick look at grading. You can see 61 prisoners have been released with a 14% reoffending rate. Paroled early is 33 with a 0% reoffending rate, so that's good. So the ones we have deemed fit to leave early, none of them are reoffended, so that's good. Looks like the vetting process is sorted. The punishment is high, it's 7, which is fine. Reform is creeped up from 1 to 2. Get in. Security is 2, which is not too bad, I guess. And health is -3. I don't know if the health statistic is... Why are we having more fighting around here? Gang member. He's now knocked out. Oh, because that... Oh, there's no snitch around here. This guy here, perhaps unknown reputation of something noteworthy. Fearless, gang member, unknown reputation. He's got holding stolen goods. That was his previous sentence, but that doesn't reflect on what his character reputation is, so he might be a snitch. He's low risk, and there's a high chance of snitches being in low risk. Something I haven't done is had a guard assigned to the shower, which is something we have elsewhere. Yeah. Money. Lack of. That's the issue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of a cutback in places because we've got 20 cooks. So we're going to fire 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've still got 16, but we shouldn't now have the huge issue. We've caught up with these trays. If we haven't, and we do see that thing creep up, that need creep up, I will go ahead and hire some more with the money I'm going to prune from my magic money tree or something. I don't really know. But we do have, hopefully, people wanting to work in the workshop. 2 are interested, and you can see there is some room for assignment. I'm just waiting to see when it starts. When does it start? Between 1 and 3. Oh, it'll be soon. We'll actually be able to see them working. We do still have a grant for produce 30 license plates, which is good. The problem we have is lack of cash. -68 a day, and that includes some of our intake. So there's that guy training. It says training. I don't know what he's training. Oh, here we go. There's some training. So this is Tyler Hayes. And they are hopefully paying attention. I don't know where the other person is. But let's just see what is. He's a tough and fearless. Success chance is creeping up. Looks to be about 20%. The other person not so much because he ain't here. We've got a log there as well. So it says store log on table. I don't want to store the log on table because they were going to cut it. That's right. I'll sell it. I'll just sell that because we gain a bit of money off it. Right, so I think we are going to leave it there, mainly because of funds. We are totally out of funds. There's nothing I can really do at this point to get cash. Well, there is. I can get, if I wanted to. Where is it? Finance? Valuation? There, grants. Bank loan. We can get a bank loan. Maximum loan 250. 2,500 generic units of currency. That isn't enough money to finish this off. There's the issue with expander rating. Well, I could pare down some of my staff and wait, but I don't know what the solution is. Apart from just put a couple of quid into the game and crack on. I think that's the overall solution. Yeah. I think what's screwed us up in the medium term here is that the three times we've had to do feeding people less with like low quantity and low variety. And that's altered the regime somewhat, and obviously knocked the guards up, and we had to hire someone to fix that and hire more people, so that's really knocked it on the head. The only way to really solve this is to get more prisoners in here. But that's still a lot of work. I don't know. I'll have a think about it. Either way, knocking on head there. Next episode, we will, depending on what we choose, or I choose to do with the cash, is either finish the workshop or get more prisoners here. I was going to do the top bit to get in the death row and such, but honestly, just getting more prisoners in now might be the way to go, just for the money. But we'll see how it goes. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.